The National Assembly has approved the Electricity Regulation Amendment Bill, which aims to establish the Transmission System Operator Company, which will then deal with the electricity transmitting systems after Eskom's unbundling into 3 entities. It will also provide penalties of up to 5 million rand and a 10-year imprisonment for people or entities that steal electricity or even damage electricity infrastructure. Professor Samson Mamphweli, energy expert at SA National Energy and Development Institute, is here on Zoom to make sense of what this bill actually entails. Prof, as always, thank you so much for your time. Welcome. Look, in simple terms, what is the most important thing to understand for ordinary citizens regarding this bill? It's got quite a lot of jargon in it.
Good evening to you and the viewers. Hopefully we can sleep during load shedding. So basically what the bill seeks to do is to achieve 3 things. Is to basically break Eskom into 3 business units, generation, transmission, and as well as distribution. And then in doing that, we will have the transmission system operator. The main objective basically is to introduce competition to Eskom and other private generators of electricity so that the electricity price can go down. Secondly, is to ensure energy security because is to diversify the sources of energy. Thirdly, is to also ensure the decarbonization of the electricity sector through using the IPPs or independent power producers who will come in and produce renewable energy and feed into the grid in various ways. One of the ways is that government will procure electricity from through the central purchasing agency that is provided for in the bill. And that electricity that agency will be under the transmission system operator. That is basically your REAP program, which government is currently running. Secondly, it also provides for wheeling of electricity by independent power producers who could be producing electricity for customers who are far from where they will be producing electricity from through the transmission grid. So the transmission system operator will be able to purchase electricity from various electricity producers, and like I indicated, there will be competition. The other aspect is the fact that NERSA, the National Energy Regulator of South Africa, will still be tasked with determining the prices of electricity, and where the price is lower because of the competition that will be introduced through the application of the bill and its relevant sections. NERSA will then allow such kind of prices to prevail. So that's basically in a nutshell what the bill seeks to achieve.
Now, Prof, interesting that there will now be penalties also, like fines as well as imprisonment for various offences related to electrical infrastructure. But let's focus on how this will then be implemented, especially in an environment where these offences are currently still very hard to monitor. So obviously a collaboration of sorts will definitely be needed. Talk to us about those collaborative efforts.
Yeah, so there will be a need for collaborative efforts, mainly from the community, because the community is the one that suffers the most. And the community is the first eyes of state security. They're the first people to see what's happening where and all that. So the community needs to come on board in order to assist state security agencies that are tasked with law enforcement. We have seen the rise in things such as your cable theft in other areas, even as far as Limpopo and Gauteng and other provinces. We have seen people coming in and even stealing a cable that's coming from a tower that's nearby your house, or from a pole that's nearby your house. That cable that comes from that pole coming into your house, people are stealing that cable, and that cable is the responsibility of the house owner. So basically, it's the responsibility of the community for them to be able to have that particular cable. And once it's stolen, then the owner of the house bear the cost of replacement. So it's important that the community collaborate with state security and ensure that there are no cable thefts and things like that. Where such happens, it is also important for the community to report such to their nearest police stations, and also to call state security and indicate who committed what crime, so that those people can be successfully prosecuted, and some of them can be successfully fined or jailed for this particular crime. That's in the rise, unfortunately.
And very quickly, Prof, look, there are also concerns about the independence now of this new transmission entity. Worries that the creation of a transmission system operator state-owned entity, as per the bill, does not go far enough to ensure the independence then of the unbundled entity. Are these valid concerns?
No, they're not at all. The transmission system operator will be an independent company in terms of the Companies Act. And if you look at the Companies Act, where you've got a holding company and a company that is under that particular holding company, the company that's under the holding company is regarded as independent. They have their own board which makes decisions. They have their own compact from the main shareholder, which will be government in this particular case. So Eskom Holdings will not have a lot of powers over Eskom transmission, because they will only be a holding company. So those concerns are not necessarily genuine.
All right, Prof, thank you so much for that. Professor Samson Mamphweli, the energy expert at the South African National Energy Development Institute.